Welcome back. So it is May 11th, 2024, a Saturday. So time for the Saturday news. Been doing this the past few weeks. I've been enjoying it. So we're going to continue going on. This is where I cover topics real quick, briefly, on things that I didn't do videos on throughout the week or following up on certain things as well. And then hearing your guys' thoughts and takes on this stuff. So really would love for you guys to post comments down below. Hey, share your thoughts and feelings here, right? So we got several topics I want to discuss. A couple of them a little negative, and I'm getting really tired of the negative stuff out there. So real brief on this, because the third topic is one that really excites me and I want to dedicate more time to. But let's get this negative garbage out of the way first. But yeah, brew on it and let me know what you think of this nonsense. But you guys remember Helldivers 2, the PSN debacle, and Sony, they don't like money, apparently. I don't know, man. These companies be baffling me as of late. But Helldivers 2, they had the PSN requirement thing come up, and then the community managers, just to briefly, recap that stuff. But the community managers, some of them were kind of being weird about it on Discord and stuff like that. I stay away from them. I don't go on Discord for nothing. Ugh. But there's this whole thing, right? And then Sony reversed their decision on PSN, and there's all these restrictions and where you could purchase the game because they don't have PSN, and those restrictions have not been lifted. But now the same thing is happening for Ghosts of Tsushima. Has same purchase restrictions. All these countries, they even accidentally put Japan on this list and then reversed it. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people, man? But they have these purchase restrictions. Ghosts of Tsushima, Sashimi, it supposedly has a online mode that you're going to need PSN for. People are not happy about this. There's other games on Steam that have an additional launcher or sign-in type of thing. I've already voiced my displeasure and that kind of stuff. I don't like it. These companies do what they got to do. I get it. Is it the norm for every game out there? No, but it's not like extremely rare like some people think. Other companies do this, but now that Sony's doing it, it's a topic, right? These companies have been kind of dropping the ball on other things, so I think that's why the focus on Sony is so big, whole thing with Stellar Blade and whatnot and all the dumb censorship things that are going on. Like Sony, PlayStation, to me, doesn't feel like a Japanese company anymore because essentially they're not, as far as the PlayStation brand goes. They've lost their way. That's just the way it is. But yeah, you got restrictions, PSN requirements, all this kind of thing. Steam is refunding Ghosts of Tsushima for people in those countries. Sorry, you can't play it, so go ahead and pirate it. That's what a lot of people are saying out there. And then supposedly the latest God of War, Ragnarok, I believe is what it's called, is going to be coming to Steam at some point, and the rumors are it's going to have the same damn requirements. Have to wait and see. But moving on. Yeah, the other big company out there, Microsoft. We've talked about this, man. With the shutdown of all these studios, now the president addresses this stuff, and I find this a little ridiculous. Microsoft, they don't really, then Xbox has lost its identity. Sony with the PlayStation's losing its identity. I don't know what's going on with these guys, but they shut down Tango Gameworks, Arcane Austin, and a couple others, Alpha Dog. It's ridiculous. This lady, the president, is essentially saying, like, hey, we had to make these hard decisions, but it's for the best of the company type of thing. It's about keeping business healthy long term, but that's not the only thing. These people are out of touch, man. They're out of touch. These jackasses, right? Like right after this all happened, like the same day they posted that thing about, Feel the Burn with their new like controllers when they shut down all these studios. It was ridiculous. The way these like tone deaf stuff, man. Microsoft says it needs games like Hi-Fi Rush the day after it killed its studio. They describe winning small and prestigious games in a town hall with employees today. They need these small games that get awards, that get people talking, but they shut them down. A Japanese studio, gone, right? Was Hi-Fi Rush just something? I played it and I really enjoyed it. I played it on Xbox and I played it on PC. An enjoyable game, unique. It could have been like an Xbox, identifying type of game. But, and it's goes to other, consoles, whatnot, whatever, right? But this game, it did earn awards. The Game Award for Best Audio Design, 2023. And it went up against Alan Wake 2, Resident Evil 4, and Spider-Man 2, and it won. It's a game heavily, designed on audio, based gameplay with audio elements to it. That's So yeah, it makes sense that it won. It also got the BAFTA Game Award for animation, so it won awards. There's other awards that won as well besides these, but just ridiculous that these people, man, they've lost their way. I don't know what's going on with Xbox. A lot of people have been saying Game Pass is really the downfall of this company, but you know, and all these companies putting their games on there, you know, it is what it is. But let's move on to something that really intrigues me, and I'm really excited for the future of this. Holy crap. Zelda 64 recompiled. Mr. Wise Guy put this up on GitHub. You could check it out, but this is freaking amazing. It's a project that uses N64 recompiled, right? I have that pulled up as well. So N64 recompiled is a tool to statically recompile N64 binaries into C code that can be compiled for any platform. Do you understand? Like, people decompiling like N64 games could take years, tons of effort and work, and this like makes it instant. Like, yeah, there's a lot of work to be done here, but right now we could recompile Majora's Mask into a native port on PC with many new features, as they state here, and enhancements. This could be used and utilized for the vast majority of the Nintendo 64 library, bringing a second life to these games. Will this be something like if you download this, I will put a link down below. You have to provide your own Majora's Mask ROM. This doesn't come with any game assets or anything. It's just a program that does what it's got to do, and then you can play the game on your PC. Like, I don't see Nintendo going after this, but it intrigues me because, like, are other companies going to see this and try to repackage, like, their N64 games and sell them or something on Steam using it? I don't know. It's interesting, but this is really cool. So, yeah, like I said, it's possible in the future the vast majority of the library could be utilized like this, to where you could just, not emulation, a native port, man. So the features, plug and play. Simply provide your copy of the North American version of the game in the main menu and start playing. I recorded footage. I'd already like selected my ROM, so I didn't get that part, but on the main menu, it'll say select ROM. Then you just select the Majora's Mask ROM that you acquired, however you acquired it, right? I have the physical cartridge. So Nintendo, you can eat a big one, you know, if you get mad at me. I took this game and I used the ROM from it. I didn't download it anywhere. Doesn't matter. I don't give a crap how you get the ROM. But yeah, you need that ROM. Doesn't have any assets or anything. Then you just select ROM, then start playing the game. You could configure controls. I didn't configure controls, so I was using the keyboard. But if I'm really going to spend a bunch of time playing this, I'm going to configure, you know, my controls. But I just wanted to gather some footage for this video. But yeah, plug and play. Other versions of the game may be supported in the future, so probably like other regions, maybe ROM hacks. I don't know. Fully intact N64 effects. So a lot of care was put into RT64 to make sure all the graphical effects were rendered exactly as they did originally on the Nintendo 64. No workarounds or hacks were made to replicate, with the only modifications to them being made for enhancement purposes, such as widescreen support. This includes frame buffer effects like grayscale cutscenes, the Deku Bubble projectile, depth effects like the Lens of Truth, decals such as shadows or impact textures, accurate lighting, shading effects like fire arrows, bomb explosions, various textures that are often rendered incorrectly. Easy to use menus, gameplay settings, graphics settings, input mapping, audio settings can all be configured with the in-game config menu. The menus can be used with mouse, controller, keyboard for maximum convenience for your pleasure. High frame rate support. Play at any frame rate you want, thanks to functionality provided by RT64. Game objects, terrain, text scrolling, so on and so forth. By default, this project is configured to run at your monitor's refresh rate. So whatever you have your monitor set at, that's the way the game's running, right? You can also play at the original frame rate if you choose of the original release of the game. Changing frame rate has no effect on gameplay. Widescreen, ultra-wide support. The HUD can also be positioned at 16:9 when using ultra-wide. Gyro aiming when playing with a supported controller. First-person items such as the bow can be aimed with your controller's gyro sensor. This includes, but is not limited to, such as the DualShock 4, DualSense Switch Pro, most third-party Switch controllers, such as the 8BitDo Pro 2 in Switch mode. Awesome controller, one of my favorites. That's pretty cool. Auto-saving, low input lag, instant load times, Linux and Steam Deck support. So on the download, let me find it. Yeah, right here. I'll put a link to this so you can check it out. Mr. Wise Guy Zelda 64 recomp. You have the Linux or the Windows version. I went through the Windows version, provided that ROM, started playing. Freaking awesome. I love the prospect of this. It's not emulation. If you prefer emulation, that's I love emulation. Don't matter how you play. I just love when people are doing new stuff. Yeah, we've got PC ports like Super Mario 64 and stuff like that, in the past, but this seems like it's something that could, like, I don't fully understand it, but it's something that could really, make things simple. Get all these games, recompiled and PC native ports. That's awesome, dude. But there you go. That's what I wanted to talk about this weekend. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down below. It helps me a ton when you guys post comments, hit that thumbs up, all that good stuff. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.